Folks, we've been talking about elections all night. The 2017 elections, the special elections, and now it's time to move on to our next topic, the 2018 elections. Specifically here in Minnesota, 2018 is going to be a huge year. We're talking elections for governor, state house, Congress, and now 2 U.S. Senate races, one of which might get really interesting because earlier this month, former U.S. Representative, 5-minute presidential candidate, and pair of eyeballs desperately trying to escape a human head, Michelle Bachmann went on a once disgraced televangelist show, Jim Bakker, to tease some potentially big news.
Now in Minnesota, Al Franken, as you know, has resigned. I'm from Minnesota. I've had people contact me and urge me to run for that Senate seat.
That's right. Michelle Bachmann is considering a run for Senate. Now, Bakker's show is called Prophecy in End of Times News, which is perfect because there's no better place for Bachmann to announce her candidacy than a show about the end of the world. The show is supported almost exclusively by advertisement for doomsday supplies, which if you laugh now, you'll regret it later because if she wins, you'll wish you bought a year's worth of bucket food for $650. Bachmann's comments had members of the media saying things like, quote, Michelle Bachmann has faded into national obscurity, quote, Michelle Bachmann has zero statewide appeal, and, quote, I didn't even know Jim Bakker was still with us. But that's exactly what Jim Bakker wants you to think. He's going to outlive us all. To claim Franken's former seat, Bachmann would have to face current Senator Tina Smith, as well as another popular Republican candidate, State Senator Karen Housley. And Michelle herself isn't even sure she wants to run.
The question is should it be me? Should it be now? Am I being called to do this now? I don't know.
But there are those who do believe now is her time. For more on her base of support here in Minnesota, please welcome the committee to elect Michelle Bachmann.
Thanks for having us, John.
Okay, so of all the candidates potentially running for Senate, why do you support Michelle?
Oh, John, we just think that former Representative Bachmann is the most relatable. She's a normal, down-to-earth Minnesotan, just like us.
Oh, for sure. She just seems like the kind of candidate you can relax and have a nice Coke Zero with.
Try having a Coke Zero with Tina Smith. She'll make you recycle the bottle. Democrats.
Okay, well, you do have to admit she has seen her fair share of controversy, like the fact that her and her husband run a clinic that practices gay conversion therapy.
Oh, John. Michelle is just a God-fearing biblical Christian who does the Lord's work of bullying gay children into pretending to change their sexuality.
Okay, at one point she said that The Lion King was gay propaganda.
She's not wrong, John. Have you seen the way the zebras look at each other? Remember, it's Adam and Eve, not Timon and Pumbaa.
Okay, she compared visiting Iraq to the Mall of America.
Have you been to the Mall of America during the Christmas season? It's practically a war zone.
Okay. She said that eliminating the minimum wage would completely get rid of unemployment.
Just think of all the writers you could hire if you didn't have to pay them.
She once confused John Wayne, with the movie star, with John Wayne Gacy, the serial killer.
Alternative Johns, John.
We need Michelle back in public office because she's the only person who sees the truth. How else would we know that the Muslim Brotherhood infiltrated the Obama administration and that God is sending us hurricanes to warn us of excess spending in the U.S. budget?
You're right. I can't even imagine the insane shit she would say if she was running for office. We would have material on the show for the rest of the season. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Michelle Bachmann should run for Senate.
It's not up to you or me or Michelle. It's up to the big guy upstairs.
Well, we better go. We have a fun night ahead of us where we play a game of Christian Scrabble.
How's that different than regular Scrabble?
It's like regular Scrabble, but all the words spell Jesus.
The committee to elect Michelle Bachmann, everyone! Well, I know what I have to do. Are you there, God? It's me, late night comedy host Jonathan Gershberg. I know we haven't talked in a while. I mean, my bar mitzvah was almost 13 years ago. But I have one humble request. I need a sign to be sent to Michelle Bachmann so she can run for Senate. So I can make jokes about her and people would laugh.
Did somebody ask for a sign?
Oh, God, I can't believe you're here. It's God, everyone.
That's me. Yeah, that's me.
God, I really can't believe you're here.
Well, John, I didn't want you to think that I don't answer the prayers of Jews or comedians or Jewish comedians.
Right.
I just usually mute my notifications. I get like trillions of them. It's easier that way. I got a few minutes right now, though, bro.
Yeah, well, I'm so glad you're here. I really need a favor. Can you send a sign? Are you really calling Michelle Bachmann to run for Senate?
Oh, oh my me. No. No, she legit hears voices, but they are not mine. Yeah, one of those Egyptian crocodile gods.
Okay, but like, do you think you could call her for me for comedy?
Oof. I usually try to stay out of politics. I stick to fixing football games and ignoring natural disasters.
Okay, but letting her back into politics is a natural disaster.
You got me there, bro? Listen, I don't like to make promises, unlike Zeus, LOL. But I think I could see what I can do. I mean, it's for a good cause, after all. Comedy.
That's right. All the writers of Minnesota tonight would be so grateful, but I just have one thing to ask. How are you going to tell her?
I'm going to send the ghost of Ronald Reagan to warn her that there's going to be a shortage of ham this Easter because of the creeping menace of Sharia law. No way she doesn't run after that.
I think you're right. Thanks, God. God, everyone! Thank you. Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube video. Make sure you click subscribe to watch the best Minnesota-focused satire around.